I don't know. Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around, find out. What's up, y'all?
What's up? Booyah. New setup.
I was like, ooh, jazzy.
That is jazzy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Goofy movie?
Yes.
Okay, the scene where they go in there and they do that right there?
Yeah, when Goofy goes to college.
Yeah. Man, that's a tough movie, man. Like, Goofy
This is
like,
his job, and he's like, shit, I gotta go provide. Right, that beginning scene's like, oh, that's rough.
yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, why you...
I feel that scene.
Hello.
That's Chloe. She's loving on Sarah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I feel that scene. He's like a single dad. He's like the greatest single dad ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I just want to be around my son.
Yeah, he just loves his son,
Make
man.
good memories.
Yeah, it's all he wants to do is just be an awesome dad.
Yep.
I can totally relate to that.
Be like, that's my life.
Yeah. And then he loses his job, and then like Max goes crazy. He doesn't go crazy. He just goes teenager.
Yeah.
He was like, Dad, you don't know me.
Dad, you just don't know. Look, get out of my college life, Dad.
Andre used to love that movie when he was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He called it Goofy Max.
Goofy Max.
Because it's got Goofy and Max in it.
Yeah.
So he didn't say like the Goofy movie. He's like,
Yeah.
Dad, can we watch
Watch
Goofy
Goofy
Max?
Max.
And I was like, yeah, man.
Like, yeah.
And when he got a little bit older, we watched it. When he was like maybe like 3.5 or 4 or whatever. We watched it all the time. But one time I remember we were watching it, we had the movie memorized. And he looked at me. He was like, why is Max being mean to his dad?
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know, man.
So sensitive.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, do you think he deserves to be mean to like that? He was like, nah, he's a nice dad. You should be mean to him.
Dad. He's just trying to make good memories.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. And I was like, you'll figure it out when you get older. I was like, when you get a certain age, you get weird.
Right when Goofy gets like hurt
Yeah.
because he finds like the thing, and he's like not talking to him, and he's just like, Max was like, Dad, like we can road sing. That's a good part.
It is a
because
good
then
part.
like all the other people are singing on the road too.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Disney does pretty good. There's some strong dads, or
Yeah.
like not powerful. Like
If they're not strong, they're dead.
yeah,
That's Disney's.
yeah, or and missed, dead and missed. Like they're like, oh, I miss my dad. So it was like a
Yeah.
powerful
Yeah.
person in the film. Yeah, I never call movies films. I just did that. I hate when people. I shouldn't say that. I don't hate it. It just makes me, when I hear people say film and like album, I feel like they're like a little too bougie.
Oh.
Because like for me, I mean, it's the right word, but for me, it's a movie and a CD. Like the new CDs coming
CD.
out. Yeah, what new CDs coming out, and then we got to go see the new movie.
Yeah, it really depends on like when you listen to things like Godspeed and like Spangle, it's hard to call it a CD.
You think so?
Yeah, because it's like they're not songs.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like compilations of feeling.
I haven't listened to Godspeed in a long time.
It's so good.
I don't even know what it sounds like. I just remember it was
Droney.
fast. I remember it was fast. In my head, it was fast. I remember thinking of someone else.
Probably someone else. Maybe you're thinking of Godsmack.
That's who I'm thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah, Godspeed You Black Emperor is Droney. It's really good though.
What is Droney?
I don't know. Long so like I
kinda got it from the way
single
that-
sound that might play for a pretty long time, and it kind of blends into something else, and then that sound plays for a long time, so it kind of overlaps for a while, and then one fades out, and then by the end of it, it's almost a different song.
Whoa. It's kind of like a soundscape.
Yeah.
Or it's like a landscape of sounds that sound good, but there's not like a rhythmic melody to it. Like you can't.
Or a lot of times there's like just audio playing instead of like any like music. Like one of their songs is like, can you see her? Can you get her? Can you reach her? Can you see her? Shoot.
That's the whole song.
It's the beginning half of
okay.
it. And then it just starts with that. And then it kind of just starts having sound play with it, and that fades out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Like not how confidently, but like how like you said that as soon as can you see her? I was like, who? I literally thought you were
Yeah.
talking to me. I was like, what? What can we see? What?
Can you see what? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
So that's how it sounds. It almost sounds like a firefighter speaking to other, but like, can you see her? Can you get her?
Yeah.
Can you reach her? Shoot.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah. Or there's another one that's like starts, it's almost like in a dance studio. I'm not sure what language they're speaking, but you hear her like counting,
Yeah.
and like you hear like the ballerina shoes, like tut, 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 tut. And it's just like, no, just like, it's just this whole beginning piece.
As soon as you describe that like scenario or scene, I imagine that they're Russian.
Yeah.
Like, they're
yeah.
like, I
Ballet is
can't-
some super Russian.
Is it okay?
I think there's big schools in Russia.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like a common like contortion and
Gotcha.
Ballerinas. It's a common.
Yeah, I got over
trope
why,
to
but
be a
you
Russian
just
thing.
like you were just painting this picture in my head. Like there's this like hard looking lady just yelling at Russian.
It does sound something like that, but I don't know Russian to be able to say what it was.
The other day, if you guys don't know, Sarah loves Viking music.
I do.
Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty dope. The other day, I had it just playing in the background. I don't remember what it, and somebody came over and they were like, "What is that?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't really know, but it's fucking awesome."
It's fucking good.
I was like, I just called it. I was like, "It's Viking music."
It's Viking music.
And she's like, "What?" They were like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I didn't look into it anymore. Like, I was like, Sarah told me it was cool. I listened to it. It was cool.
It was cool, and so
And-
I keep listening to it.
Yeah, and I was like, "That's it. Like, that's as much like research as I put into it."
Yeah, that's about as much research as I've put into it too.
It does make me want to get like an axe and like throw it.
Just swing. Yeah, and I have a sword. Swing around.
Oh, you gotta tell people about your birthday.
Oh, the birthday. Have I not been here since my birthday?
I don't think so, right? It's been a minute.
I don't know. Birthday was great.
Yeah, tell me. No, yeah, because we didn't talk about your awesome cup. Like cup I got you.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
it's
saw you
always-
on my birthday. I saw you on that
sure.
day.
Sure.
On that day.
That's what reminded me. Sarah, I was talking about Viking music.
You're good.
I got Sarah it's like a Viking horn cup. It's a horn of an ox.
Yeah.
I think it's an ox, and they bore down
through?
into it. Yeah, it made like the fat part near the animal's head, like the top of the cup, and they made it like this sweet looking.
Yeah, I'm really curious at what they did to the horn material to get it to bend back.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that piece is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
it's
it's
great.
Instagram targeting marketing.
Yeah, they're
we were talking about fucking Vikings, I guess, one day, and the next day I got an ad. I was like, purchase that.
I do like that.
I was like, I know who would
It was
dig
great.
it.
That was my water cup for the evening.
Yeah, so you had it's like the official name.
A Gothic Wonderland high tea party.
High tea party.
High
Yeah.
tea
And so when you told me that, I was like, you need to come swing by and get this
Like, I
present.
need you to get this.
Like you might be, I didn't know. I was like, if you don't, it's fine. But like you might be able to use this sweet horn ox cup
Yeah.
throughout the night.
Yeah, I did. I drank my water out of it.
Did you,
I drank my dirty martini out of my teacup.
oh, nice. So you got to describe to the people and to me like what the scene was like, because those words when you put them together, like Gothic, hot. What was it?
Woodland.
Woodland high tea
tea.
party. That
Okay.
sounds amazing.
So, one huge shout out to our friend Nick. We call him Tall Nick. He's super nice.
Is there a short Nick?
There's a tall Nick, a medium Nick, and a short Nick.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. That's fair.
Yes. Or we call the medium Nick regular Nick.
you were average
Regular.
size.
Yeah. So tall Nick let me and my friend Abby, who had just she probably left at 6 a.m. from Tennessee,
Oh, nice.
brought just a fuck ton of shit over. Like 4 totes, a huge cooler. I had a whole laundry basket full of knickknacks, like full.
Yeah.
Like just shit, just my stuff. Not even shit. My loved things.
You're like, I moved in for a night.
Oh my gosh, it was so, and like we're kind of like making pleasantries and like bringing stuff in, and Sam and Abby's guy were going to go play disc golf while we kind of set things up. We had a few things we needed to do, and so we're kind of making pleasantries, and like I knew I was going to have to be the one to be like, hey, can I move stuff around? Can I
Yeah.
go ahead and just start doing? And so to get that like go ahead and rolling. Rolled up the rug, moved the couches, we moved all his shit around.
Yeah.
And she made this beautiful long table, which was just my stuff, and it was awesome. The only thing that I guess wasn't already there was like this tall black candle holder. So high tea is like fancy tea.
I knew that. Yeah.
So
like
you
it's-
dress up.
Yeah.
So it's fancy tea.
But what did you guys dress up as? I saw you. I think you look like a fantastic witch.
Yes, I
Okay.
was witchy. Abby was a devil.
Okay.
She just really liked that outfit. So she's like, devil in the woods, girl. And I was like, do it. We had a silver fox and a bunny.
Okay. Like people dressed up like that, or like okay.
So
Gotcha.
silver fox had a mask and wore like button down t-shirt, tie, like but black on black on black. Bunny was like a cute teddy with a nice skirt and high boots and a blazer. You took the blazer off, it gets a little bit more sassy.
Risque.
Yeah. So like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see you.
Yeah.
And then but high tea.
But
There
also,
were
but also,
birds. Very well coordinated. Well, her hair was blue, matched her like bralette thingy. She had one of these like strappy chest harnesses
Okay.
that had feathers on the side.
oh, that's fun.
And then like black on black with that. And then his, which is her husband, black on black, tie, nice shirt. He also had a chest harness with feathers, but the feathers were blue and it matched her hair. Perfect. A lot of eyeliner. It was great.
On you or on everybody?
On most of the gentlemen that were there.
Yeah. Did anybody wear one of those masks where it looks like a bird, but the beak comes down? It's always
no, we didn't have any of the plague masks.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Halloween party I went to 2 years ago, someone did dress up like that.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. And it was a pretty nice costume, like well made costume. Tall Nick had made, he got the 3D printer. Mm-hmm. So there was this, and he scaled it to like fit him, which was really cool. And it was like an antler, like a skull with antlers, kind of deer shaped because it did go down into a long snout. And he wore a suit with that.
Is he an engineer?
I don't know what his military job is.
I was just saying, because like
he does enjoy all of that.
Yeah, because like 3D printers are wild, but then like the scale to make something and then scale it, like I don't.
So the program comes with like a website you can go to, and it just has stuff, and you can just drag over that program, and the thing will read that program.
Okay.
So it's not like he's having to like go in and code.
Okay, because I was like,
but he does have to go in and like create specs, but YouTube.
That's true.
Yeah. So.
One time the window in my car, like the motor.
Oh yeah.
It broke.
Oh, it's
yeah, it happens, right?
It happens.
So I wanted to go take it to get it fixed. It was like $1,000.
Yeah, that sucks.
And I was like, that seems wild.
Yeah.
So then I found the part was like $60, like brand new. So I bought that. And then I typed my exact model of my car and like broken how to fix a whatever door window, step-by-step instructions for like a 2008 Honda Element. I was like,
you just pop that open.
Yeah.
Unplug that, and because usually they're just fuse boxes.
Yeah, but
they're pretty convenient, like pretty easy.
Yeah, but the weird part was it wasn't like this is how you generally do it. This is how you do it on.
This is how you do it on your car.
On this, and I was like, everything he did, I was like, yep, I have a bolt there, and it was
I tried doing that with mine. This is how I know I suck at YouTubing, because I put in my car to change my brake light. Remember when I got pulled over?
Yeah.
Because I had a brake light, and I was like, look, I tried. I was like, I fucking tried.
Check my YouTube history.
I was like, I took the whole blinker off.
Okay.
The whole damn thing instead of the back opening up. And then I go take it. You want to talk about a man wanting to mansplain you? He didn't. Because all he did was one of these. I tried the twisty thing. So that's what I looked at first. I was like, that looks like it, but I couldn't get it. And I was like, maybe that's not how you get it. So when I couldn't open that piece that just opens, like unlocks, and you pull and switch the bulb in, and that's when I went to YouTube. And I suck at YouTube.
But is that mansplaining? I feel like that word gets overused.
The look he gave me was like, you could have just. I was like, look, it's just right here.
But what if you open it? But if you were a dude, he could have said the same thing.
Yeah,
and that wouldn't have been mansplaining.
Yeah, and that's why I said like he wasn't really, but he did kind of give me of like, all you had to do was open it right here.
No, I'm not picking on you. I'm just picking on the word.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I can see where it's tossed around.
Because I'm like, can I explain this to this young person, this young lady, or no? No, it's a lady. It's a lady. I can't explain to you.
Can't do it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're gonna have to figure it out on your own.
Yeah. Sorry, if you're a dude, I'd tell you how to do it. Like you can't mansplain a dude.
Can't mansplain a dude.
I don't think you can. Can you mansplain a dude?
I don't know.
My tattoo's itchy.
Yeah, you got a tattoo.
I did get a tattoo.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep looking at it. It's like it's itching me, like right in the bare nose.
You gotta smack it.
No, I'm not smacking it.
You got to.
I'm not. It's already gone. Everything's good.
Oh.
It's gone. I'm not
just
touching
like
it.
Scratch other places.
Yeah, I'm just mentally scratching it in my mind.
It doesn't itch.
Yeah, it comes out good. I've been waiting for like a year to get it.
Right.
But yeah, so I actually spent my tattoo money.
Woo!
Yeah. So if you've ever followed us on Instagram, I've posted a couple times, I think.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. So it looks pretty good. It's cool though. Like the reason I think tattoos are cool. I've always liked tattoos. I just never got one, mainly because I was too busy with other things to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'm definitely down to give people money for good artwork, but sometimes you can't spend money on.
Yeah,
at the moment.
I just was always busy. Like I graduated high school. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even thinking about tattoos. Really. I was thinking about other things, more social things.
Yeah.
And then, so then I went to college and I went and got my doctorate, and that was fucking intense.
Yeah.
As far as time goes and stuff. And then I graduated and shit. And then shortly after that, I got married. and that was a disaster. So that was just like
Sorry, she more scared me.
Yeah. That was just like it wasn't a disaster. It was, the marriage was a disaster, but like not the idea of it. But it was, so that was tough. And then I got in professional life, and that got like took up a lot of my like mental energy. So I was always stressed out, and like all these different things were pulling me, and nothing was ever at peace. You know what I mean? I think it was just the way it was. What are you gonna do? I'm sure it was like 99% my doing, but
sometimes we're like, oh, I'm my problem.
Yeah.
Silly me.
Yeah.
Let me get the fuck out of my way so I can grow as a human.
Yeah. So like, I try not to like let the circumstances of life dictate what I do, but fuck it. Sometimes, whoa, hey, get off the mic, Chloe.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
In a real way.
Yeah. But like, I've always thought tattoos are awesome.
Yeah.
So it's not like I've never been like, you shouldn't get one of those because God would hate you. Like, I've never,
what a weird thought.
It is. You know what? They always, my least favorite thing about religious people, but I'll say Christian folks, but religious people in general. But I think this is a super Christian bad habit, is to take individual Bible verses out of context.
Oh yeah, cherry picking,
and then throw it at you. Yeah. And like, well, without the context, that could mean the good. Like, it could mean this one side of the issue. It could mean A, or it could mean B. This because it's all out of context. My least favorite one is like, your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You can't get a tattoo.
Yeah, but also, have you seen temples?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Have you seen a motherfucking temple? Yeah, man.
They got all the history written on it.
All over, man. They look good. Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense.
I take it.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know why I went on that rant. Like, I never had like a hang up on getting one. I just like life and stress, and not stress, but focus attention elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I got COVID. And I also I like people that are tattooed.
Yeah.
Like, they seem to be cooler. I get along with them. And then like, as far as like,
now you can join the club.
Yeah. As far as like with ladies, I think tattoo ladies are attractive. Like, that's the thing that I think, I think it looks good. And then when I see dudes, I'm like, that dude looks cool. Like,
that's some sick shit.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Like, I'm digging that vibe you're putting off. Like, I wish that was my vibe. You know what I mean? Like, so, so I've always dug them. But then like,
now the real question, will you get a piercing?
Probably not. But I've never thought about it.
Fair.
That's one thing that's been in the back of my mind. Like, those are cool on me. I think the best piercing that anyone can get is a nose ring.
Yeah, nose rings are pretty sweet.
You get yours in? Yep.
Yeah.
I think they look good, especially like on women. I think they look real good.
Yeah, we like a good nose ring.
Yeah, I don't particularly like gauges in people's ear when they get the big holes and stuff. I'm not against it. I'm talking about, well, I shouldn't say like. If I'm talking about a women that I think are attractive, put it that way. Feel free to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm for everyone doing whatever they want to do.
You do you, just saying.
Yeah, but I just personally don't think it's like, appealing. Yeah. But if someone had it, I mean, it's all good. Like, that's about the only thing. I think those are the worst, and I think nose rings are the best. Everything else is kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cartilage one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had that done before, and then I don't know. I'm a side sleeper, so.
Yeah, I heard it crunches a lot. Like when you get that little tag piece.
Oh yeah,
that little
crunch. Yeah. I don't like if I'm never gonna re-pierce my nose. It's staying in there.
Yeah,
I ain't fucking touching it.
Yeah, that motherfucker is not coming out.
I'm not doing it. I don't like piercings. I don't like to get them.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, I have a few friends, like when they go, which I kind of, I get, like, that's why I sit for long tattoos. It's because I like the endurance. I call them pain gauntlets. Like, it's fun. But I never thought as like people who get piercings kind of do that in the same manner. Like, they'll get their tongue pierced, they'll get a nostril pierced, they'll get like 2 or 3 in their ears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit, I'd throw up.
I can't see how people...
I'd throw up, man.
I can't see people get their dicks pierced. Like how people get their dicks pierced.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'd get hot and throw up. Just blap.
I get hot thinking about the dick one. The other ones, I'll be like, man, I don't know, but man.
But just, all this.
Or nipples.
Oh, yeah. Like that first one, you probably like have enough adrenaline to like get you through.
What about that second one? Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because you know what? They usually don't get people to do it like at the same time.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you came here for the experience. You're getting the experience.
Yeah. I guess any like genital area would be weird. Like lady parts, man parts.
All the parts.
Weird meaning like intense. Like I don't want that. Like I don't want it.
No thanks.
Y'all get that.
Y'all do it.
And let me look at it and be like, whoa. That's what's trippy,
yeah,
man.
it's interesting on x-rays. You're like,
Yeah, those are funny. We look at women, or it's usually women.
Yeah.
You look at women like there's nipple rings and a down below ring.
And be like, oh, we got a nice triangle.
The best part is when the down below, when the belly button and the nipples are like connected by like a chain. Because on X-ray, anything metal pops out like super bright, so you can see exactly what it looks like.
That is cool. That's dangerous to wear.
Yeah, I said that to somebody. I was like, "You sure you want to wear that chain when you're getting adjusted? Like, we're doing some,
I was like, well, your body's moving. Like, that's cool, but like,
it's not.
It's like you can be a puppet at home. Like,
yeah. I don't know.
It's dangerous out here. And speaking of Viking, I've been watching another Viking show, and like in the start of the scene, they were like, "Put your axes and stuff in this barrel," and he's like, "There's no enemies on this boat. Why would you have your?" But even whenever he didn't say like, "There's no enemies," like, "Oh, you shouldn't have your battle axe because there's no one here that you're gonna be fighting." I was like, "That's a good idea. If you get into an accident, your axe is gonna impale you."
Yeah. Was it that Viking show that's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah. It's like a few, maybe like 100 years, or like there's some time span between the other show.
But it's got like 5 seasons.
Does it?
I think so.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. So I mean, that's good though. You got like content to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, so then I got sick. Sorry, I was going back on my timeline.
Circling back.
Yeah. It was a little easier because we haven't drank on a podcast in a while.
Yeah.
That bourbon, man, I wouldn't. If you ever go back to the beginning, they're good. I think they're some of the better podcasts as far as content goes. Only because. And I've
funny.
Well, yeah, and I've heard. Well, remind me to go back to that. Remind me to go back to the viewer comments. I'll forget. Oh shit! What were we just talking about? See, now I forgot.
When you got sick.
Oh yeah. So then I got sick with COVID, and it was stupid, and I almost passed away. I'm pretty sure I did, but whatever. Some people fight me on that. Like, you don't know you're about to die. I was like, I don't know,
Don't
man.
you kind of know when you're about to die?
I was like,
Like, if anyone's gonna know, you're gonna fucking know.
at the time I was 39 or 38. 38. I was 38 when I got it. Yeah. And then I had never experienced anything like that. Was like, I didn't. If it was going to ask me what death feels like prior to that moment, I'd be like, I don't know. But now I can be like, oh, let me tell you.
Yeah, and be like, I kind of got an idea.
Like, well, of the energy leaving, like,
Yeah.
of the dimming, like, oh,
Oh shit.
yeah, like, like there it goes, and then it's gone. Yeah, it was like right the little crust. Shut up, Chloe.
Yo, it's me and Sam have been looking at Lily, be like, yo, batch, a little old batch.
She's getting a little grumpy. She's been inside because like she hurt her foot, so I'm
Yeah.
not letting her walk and stuff like that.
She's like, oh,
Yeah, so
I'm
she
a
gets
dog.
a little jerky when she doesn't go on walks. But I get it. I like to exercise too. Oh yeah, so I got sick, almost died. And fun. Besides, like that's not important. It's for some reason, like a whole bunch of bad shit happened around then. Mainly, everyone around me would I just realized used me, abused me, or treated me as an ATM, or all three of them, depending on the person. And I just had like this come to Jesus moment where I was just like, fuck, man, I almost died. That sucked. And now so that happened. And then my body was fucked up. I was fucked up for like 9 months afterwards. Like, just like, I wasn't right. It's like my brain took forever to get right. And then, but anyways, and then, so like that happened. I had that moment. And then I just realized that everything around me is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like every interaction that I have, and like, I'm a pretty nice guy. Like I try my best to like be kind. Like, I don't know. I'm not perfect, but like I try. And I was just like, I've done that, and I've made some bad personnel decisions around me. Like everything around me is bullshit. None of it's real. I mean, they're real people.
Yeah.
But the interactions are one-way streets.
Yeah.
Like I am like I turn into some sort of like city hub, like Atlanta. And then everyone else is like an interstate, one-way interstate. Like there's nothing ever coming back to me. Not that I want anything except for like just like human kindness and dignity, like a friendship. Like, I don't need anything from anyone, like material or anything. But so I realized that. And then like that combination of all this shit, like fundamentally changed me as a human. It was like one of those like, what they call like a watershed moment.
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know why. I could probably dig into why, but so it fundamentally changed me. And then I was just like, I want to be different, like in all areas. Like I want to have better people around me. So now I'm super picky. You know what I mean? Well, I guess you should be. I guess I don't know.
I mean,
or red flags. Certain red flags I don't ignore anymore. I used to see through the red flag and be like, deep down that person is gold. But I just didn't see like all the actions and all the red flags were coming to me. Like,
well, I mean, and just like anything, like just because it's there and it's not necessarily the worst thing ever, but like there's particles and natures that don't interact for a reason.
Yeah.
It's fine. And it's not a problem. The world needs that. Like you don't need to be friends with fucking everybody.
It's true. No, that's what I'm saying. I just I did a bad job and I had all these fucked up particles. Is a good way to put it. So like whatever that soup was, it's fundamentally, I was a different person. Like I'm not the same human being I used to be. And I think I'm improved, but So I wanted to be branded different. That's what went through my head. Like I wanted to be branded different. Like I can't change. There's a lot about me I can't change. Like I'm not going to get a plastic surgery. It's not in my nature. And like it goes against some other beliefs I have. Like y'all go do y'all.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to alter my appearance physically through surgery. I'd rather just I am what I am. You know what I mean? So I was like, how the fuck can I be different? You know what I mean? I don't know. And I was like, I can get a tattoo. Like I'll be instantly branded, like physically and metaphorically.
Yeah.
Like I'm branded like different, and then like
Yeah.
in my head it's like no, like it's just the outward expression of like, oh no, I'm not who the same person I used to be. Kind of like when back in the day. That's why people, now I could be getting this a little bit wrong because I'm not a theologian. I can't even say the word theologian. Person who studies theology.
Ah.
But like, you know, baptisms or a lot of people do it. They always talk about like cleaning the sins away or washing away. That was in like John the Baptist used to say that, I believe. But the reason why people got baptized by Jesus was to show like an outward sign that I now follow this dude.
Yeah.
That in the other stuff too. There's a whole bunch of things, but one of the slices of the baptism pie was an outward sign that I'm different. That's where born again comes from.
Yeah.
Like I'm a born again Christian. I mean,
Yeah.
that means I was a person, and then this moment happened, and now I'm branded and totally different. So
Yeah.
I wanted something like that, but it wasn't religious. It was just more like not a spiritual thing necessarily, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a religious thing. It might have been a spiritual thing, but I just wanted to be branded different. And then I got it.
Hoorah. How you doing now? On the other side.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. It was awesome. Set for 7. I was there for 8 hours, but I think it was 7 hours to get the tattoo done. Yeah. I got like 2 more hours to go.
How was your experience? I mean, you know, I've had the same area worked and it was pretty easy peasy.
Yeah. The worst part was the very first dot.
that little motherfucker.
That little motherfucker right there hurt. It's still a little red.
Yeah.
But it's on that like bendy part. So it's always getting
It fucking
pissed off.
sucks.
Yeah.
Like this small triangle, not even the whole leaf, just this small triangle of this fucking leaf.
And if you don't know what we're talking about like the very close
tip of
part.
the wrist.
Yeah. It's a motherfucker.
It's a motherfucker.
And then on my tattoo, it would be up near my inside elbow.
You know, I was worried about this the whole time.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Really? For me, it was just this ear.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking ear hurt real bad.
Yeah. This wasn't too nice because you feel it way down in the elbow.
Yeah. Some of the time, like when I was watching Rick and Morty I don't know why, this is what happened to be watching on my phone. And then I busted out some snacks.
Oh, yeah. Gaga snacks.
Yeah. I just read all the stuff and it said, I've never actually passed out.
Yeah. But
Well,
I
that's
mean,
not true.
yeah, your body is just like in and active, like, oh, we're kind of in pain. Like I'm doing things and I'm fine and I'm breathing and I'm okay, but you're doing things. I mean, you just feel puny.
Yeah. So I've never passed out from pain ever. You know, so I was like, I'll be fine. But I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to
Snacks are just smart.
Yeah. Then it was good. But
It just keeps your endurance so you can go.
did that. And then I kept my mind, like when I was watching TV on my phone and eating snacks, I could feel them doing stuff, but I had like no connection to what was happening. I couldn't even, it wasn't like a big deal. It was just kind of like maybe someone's touching me.
Yeah.
So it really helped out. It was easy. Actually, it was super easy. But then once the snacks were gone, I was like, what are you doing over there? Like, you know what I mean? Like my attention kind of went back over there. And then when I know the physiology behind this, so I don't know why I did it, but I was like, I'm going to stare at the needle. And when I did it, I was like, ooh, it's getting hot just from me like staring at it. Like your brain knows that the trauma's happening. It'll focus its reception there.
Yeah.
So that was wild. I just wanted to see if it worked. And I was like,
It works.
I was like, yeah, that worked.
My brain works.
I was like, that worked real good. And I would stop looking at it and I'm like, oh, no, I can't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
But it did good. He was surprised it was my first tattoo because I was chilling there for like this.
Yeah. My whole back was done. My first tattoo.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Only the worst part.
Whole back. That's exaggerating. Left quadrant shoulder to like rib cage.
Yeah.
Because there's some motherfuckers who got their whole back.
Yeah, the whole piece. I don't think I want to get one of my ribs, man. I mean, they look cool. I just don't think I want to feel it.
No, you don't.
I don't think I want to feel
It's
it.
not cool.
I'm going to fill this motherfucker up. My left arm's going to be filled up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, my next idea, I have to run it by him, is to get a Dharma wheel on over here, which is like, if you Google a Dharma wheel, I don't think it looks cool. It's a cool symbol. Like it's like the universal symbol of Buddhism is what it is. Yeah. It's got a lot of meanings, but like it's like the cross for Christians.
Yeah.
So like when you see the Dharma wheel, it's just like a universal sign. It's a Hindu, it dates back to Hinduism first, but like it's like their sign or whatever. But it's a wheel. It's always depicted as like a old school, what is a boat?
Like a ship?
A boat wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with a outer rim, an inner circle hub, and then 8 spokes.
Yeah.
Well, it could be 4, 8, 12, 24 and something else. They all mean different things. the four spokes mean like the four noble truths taught by Buddha. Yeah, taught by Buddha. And then the eighth one, which is the one I want, are like the eightfold path to enlightenment or something like that. I should know all of it if I was going to get it tattooed on me, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
You'll have time to figure it out and to like reverse it, like rehearse it and verse it.
I do know it. Yeah. It was like the 8 paths to enlightenment are like right speak, right thought, right action, right compassion, right livelihood, right commitment. There's 2 or 3 more.
You did good.
Yeah. But if you do all those things, that's how you become enlightened. It's called a wheel. It's kind of cool, like the Dharma wheel, because like, so like one of Jesus's most famous sermons, like Sermon on the Mount, like a lot of people are aware that he gave this sermon on this mound or mountain. Yeah, it's one of his most popular ones. It also seems to be the one that he repeated. Historians will say that he went. They
did the same.
Yeah,
speech.
yeah, because this is so good. Like he did it. This is like one of his mainstays. He did it around the country. But so apparently Buddha's first teachings were at it was called Deer Park. I think it was called Deer Park. It's deer something. It might have been in Indian, so I might not be saying it right.
Yeah.
But that's when he stood up and talked about spinning the wheel of Dharma. Like once you start spinning it, that's how you attain enlightenment. And that's kind of to connect it, what I was talking about Sermon on the Mount, it's his first sermon or his first delivering of
his
wisdom.
word.
Yeah. Wisdom or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Buddhism to me seems to be more as a way to look at life and your place in the universe and nature, as opposed to like
how you connect to it all.
Yeah. It's not super dogmatic when it comes to like deities and stuff like that. But the people say, well, what about Buddha? He's the deity, but like in Buddhism, like everyone's a Buddha. You just have to get there.
Oh yeah.
You just haven't got enlightened yet. You just haven't.
Be like, yeah, I'm a Buddha. You a Buddha too.
Yeah. So it's a little different. It's not like this like space god or space daddy, the king up there.
Space daddy.
Yeah, I like it when people call God space daddy. It makes me laugh.
Space daddy.
Yeah, so the goal, I found like this really cool.
You should get that too, just a real
space daddy.
Space daddy.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Just real small.
Yeah, but on the whole point of that, I don't know why I started talking about that, is to I found like this elaborate kind of, well, it's not elaborate, that's the wrong word. It doesn't look like a ship's wheel, sorry. It looks like Viking-y actually.
Yeah,
it kind of
looks more like ruins.
Yeah, I think it matches this a little bit. Well, he'd have to make it match it, and then like have that there. And
that is the fun thing whenever you go to an artist more than once, is you get to see their style evolve, but also like go congruently with what you have.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I told him on the rest of it, I was like, you do you, bro. I was like, I just wanted that fucking bear. And I was like, besides that, I'm sure there's gonna be more ornaments and stuff, but I was like, I think that's cool. So I was like, do that and whatever the fuck.
Fuck it up.
I also like, oh man, what are those hands called? The hand of God.
Hamsa?
Yeah.
A Hamsa
I like the Hamsa hands too. I don't think I want it tattooed on me. I like them, but like I don't think I want it on me.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I like what it stands for. The hand of God. I get it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And like and it's not, that one's cool because that one's recognized by all the big ones, I think.
All the big players.
Yeah, all the spiritual battles, man. Was it Hindu, Buddhism? Jews also recognize it, which means Christians do, because the Old Testament is
the same.
Yeah, it's the Jewish law and the prophets, and I think Muslims do too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, recognize the symbol as like the hand of God. So it's like it's universal like symbol of like, yeah, there's some God.
There he is.
But it's like, yeah, but it's one accepted by like all the players, all the big players,
all the big players,
all the big corporations in this one. So
yeah,
but I thought that was cool. But I just don't think I want it on me.
That's fair.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things I really like. Like I passed by this. I mean, it's very me. It's a dagger. The handle of the dagger is a bat. There's lavender going all the way around it, and there's a big crescent moon. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I was like,
I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need that. Do I want it on me? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do. But I already have something on my thigh. Like it would have been cool to have it like at my thigh.
Yeah.
But there's already something there.
It's true. You got to work with what you got because you're not a blank canvas.
But it could go lower. It could be like an ankle thing.
Yeah, you could.
But to have everything that I do have and then have one just like way down here.
You don't think so?
You'd have to connect it, man.
Oh, it's true. You have to keep going.
You'd have to connect it. And I don't know if I want a leg sleeve.
Why wouldn't you want a leg sleeve? That's a better question.
Wait a
minute, let's go through your real estate that's taken.
Yeah.
For folks.
So left shoulder to like whole scapula down to the rib cage, new piece is, maybe a few millimeters from that. And that's the snake. And that ends at like mid thigh.
What else you got? You got more than that? I know.
yeah.
I'm just talking about for the people.
So then the chest, through the chest, down the sternum, under sternum.
Do you have? I can't remember. I heard a really funny name for it. They called it a boob chandelier. like underneath.
It do kind of chandelier.
Yeah, no, they're cool. Like,
Yeah.
but like I just want
It's a
someone.
moth, and then the moth wings do have the chandelier kind of piece.
Oh, you got
which
a
is-
moth?
yeah.
That's funny. I didn't know you had a moth.
I have a moth that has the symbols for the sun, and then it has the symbols for the elements.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's the moth, so it's the follower of the light.
Yeah.
And above that is an unilome, which is like the path to enlightenment as well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the flowers and chandeliers, just fucking pretty. That's on my chest. And then I have my arm, which most people can see if you've watched videos.
Yeah.
So from like wrist right above my elbow. And then I have a mandala on my thigh.
Nice. I didn't know.
Oh, I
you
have a tiny moon on my ankle, but that's just there.
That's just there. Is that a $13 tattoo?
Hell yeah, it was a $13 tattoo.
Everybody has that. Not maybe not that moon, but like I got a little tiny moon. I'm like 13. Friday the 13th.
Got my little moon. Right now I have 5 moons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I was thinking about getting a sun or a moon here too, or both. That's part of the things I'm thinking about. If he
Yeah.
can make it look like that, he was pretty into that idea. I was like, if he can make it like match, we could do that. But then I found that wheel of Dharma or Dharma wheel, or wheel of law, wheel of the law.
I mean, so if you got that wheel of the law, if
Yeah.
you got that on like the upper bicep, you could do like sun and moon, like come to the back of the, like here at the elbow, like bend your elbow back, like forward. And then like you see that space here,
yeah,
right here,
nice.
there. And it can go from here to here. So the sun and moon can get closer as your arm comes closer to itself.
What? Are you designing the coolest fucking
Right.
sleeve ever?
So, or you can kind of have it where it, not quite yin yangs, but that pattern of like being offset.
yeah,
One could be like here on the other side, right behind the bear. And then the bear could like, the bear and the sun could like do a thing. And then the moon could be right here underneath the wheel.
sold,
Sold.
done.
Done. Because like you'll have the widest base at the very top of your arm, like right where your deltoid kind of
Yeah.
stops. And that would be a good place for the wheel. Yeah. But the most like
The most like
circular and on the side, so it doesn't get warped with like how your body moves.
yeah.
That'd be cool as fuck, man.
All right, I'm gonna take that piece of audio, and I don't have to remember it. It's recording.
yeah, it's recorded.
I'm just gonna I'm like, here, dude. Listen to Sarah.
Listen
please.
to that.
Listen to that and do it.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. This one's turning into like a Buddhist arm.
Yeah.
I already know. Yeah, because like to me, like this bear, this isn't where I found it, but to me, it's like a very Taoist bear.
Like
Burr.
burr.
It'll- because if you haven't seen the tattoo design or the tattoo I actually have, it's a bear, and inside of it, it's made up of nature, like the interconnectivity of everything, which is like the principle of Taoism. So,
Yeah.
I love that bear. Like,
Dao bear.
Dao bear. I love
Dao
the Dao
bear.
bear. Yeah.
Dao
So
bear.
in my head, I was like, what else can I do? I was
Instead of like Dao bears, it's Dao bear.
Dao bear.
Dao bear.
Dao bear. And I was just like, I'm just going to go full, like, pretty, like, Buddhist arm on the side.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say, don't ever be scared to get a little something on the back of your hand because
No.
it looks cool shit.
It does look cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not scared of anything. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Don't touch your fingers though, like it's gonna bleed and fade. You don't want that shit.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, it looks cool. Like, I mean, I still like do dots on my just with pen, and I'm just like, oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah, but it doesn't last, man. Like everyone I know with a mustache.
And then they, the skin will have like a blowout, like it'll just bleed.
Yeah.
And then your dot's not a cute little dot, and it's like
it's
like a
fart.
bug.
Yeah. Everyone I
bug.
know that had like the funny
The mustache.
finger, it's all faded.
Mustache. Yeah.
It's all, I guess, from all the.
I wash my hands so dang much, and like I barely got fingerprints. Are your fingers like that?
Yeah.
From just like doing body work,
Yeah.
my fingerprints are not deep.
Especially these two fingers. They're,
Yeah.
These ones are noticeably different than the rest of them.
Yeah.
The ones I use all the time.
It's interesting. Like the pad of my thumb, there's like a whole spot missing. It's just flat.
It's just flat.
Just flat.
Oh yeah,
Smushed
so
it
like,
out.
well, there's some Instagram peoples. I guess people that listen. Yeah, people that listen to the podcast. We love you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah. And,
Shout out to my friend Nicole.
Shout out. What was that? Oh yeah, sorry. I was like, we're gonna keep singing. Let's do it, man. was like some people, different people too. So it's not like it's just one jerk. None of these people are jerks.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. Sorry. We love you guys.
Sorry.
If no one listened, then it wouldn't be a podcast. It would just be me and Sarah talking to each other.
Yeah.
Which is also cool.
Which is also fun. Highly recommend like locking in headphones, talking to your friends.
Yeah, you should do that.
You should do it with your spouse, and you should do it with your parents.
Yeah, anybody that you're having beef with, that's
Do
not
it.
real beef. Like you just aren't communicating well. You should get some fucking podcast gear. Find a dude that has some.
Find a dude, because there's always a dude.
Yeah.
Some motherfucker's got one.
Yeah, and everyone's got a podcast, so he's got the gear.
No, he's got it.
You know it, man.
And if you don't, your local DJ might have it also.
Yeah. The reason I joke around with that, I've been joking around with that for her forever, is because like when you're locked in with the headphones, like you can't talk over each other.
Yeah, you hear each other equally in your ears. Yeah. It's very cool.
So the louder she talks doesn't do anything in my earphones. So like when you talk over each other, with the earphones on, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you're having beef with like your husband or your wife or your whoever, I'm just talking about beef. I was just joking, like disagreements, because like, whatever, all the mundane shit.
Like you have to, you're not going to agree on everything at every moment of every time.
Yeah, but it makes the conversation way better. I don't recommend recording it. That I do not recommend.
Be like, on December at this time, this is what you said.
Yes, I do not recommend that, but I do recommend like not recording it and listening, so that way you can talk and like you can actually hear what they're saying and then shut the fuck up for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, what were they saying? What were they saying? Yeah, they're like, they're talking to me specifically. They're like, I don't talk about anything of substance anymore. All I do is talk shit and laugh. And I was just like, well, I guess I used to talk a little bit more deeper stuff. But I was also using the podcast as like a therapeutic tool to work through fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. You were a good person. I don't know if you knew her. Like, I was kind of like working through a lot of things.
I have to talk with somebody. I mean, again, I'm an amplifier and I'm a mirror. Like, I understand that role.
Amplify that shit.
Be like, hey, just here's what's going on. Just here you go.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's not like I'm not avoiding of anything of substance or not. It's just we just start talking and start laughing and talking shit. And talking shit's fun. That's never going away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like
neither is laughing, because laughing is my favorite drug.
Yeah. Apparently,
it's the best.
Yeah. People love my pain.
They're like, can we get more shit where you're just like sad and like how you worked through it? And then people are trauma junkies for sure.
I don't
love that. I don't know, a bead.
Yeah, so I want to touch it.
I don't want it.
I want to touch that. Yeah, I was just more jokingly saying people like won't love my pain. I think I listen to people, if you're relating to something, so I guess people is more of a compliment and something I didn't even know what I was doing. I was selfishly trying to work through my brain to make it happy. And at the same time, people were listening, not relating to everything, but like some of the scenarios and progress and dips and downs as you go through life. I didn't realize that was a service. Like, I literally didn't think about that. I thought, man, we just talk about weird, dumb shit.
Yeah.
And we make jokes.
Jiggity jokes.
We used to get super drunk. I used to also get super drunk too. We both, you didn't get super drunk because you had to drive home.
Yeah, I had to leave. Yeah.
You got some drunk.
I got an appropriate amount of tipsy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. I was just like, I'm not going nowhere after this. Those are the ones that last like 3 hours. Like we're just drunk talking for like 3 hours, man. Those are good though, man. Cause like the second half is like real good.
Super deep.
Yeah. So because after you talk for like an hour, you kind of like start like, whoa. Yeah. Then you get whiskey involved.
Whiskey.
Yeah. Next time you come over, we need to do a whiskey podcast.
Whiskey podcast would be a good one.
I miss it. I mean, I haven't, man. I never drink anymore. I only really drank when we did the podcast.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of like, no.
Yeah. Even birthday party, I didn't get, I had one beverage.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. We got to talk about your birthday party. Sorry. I didn't even skate over that. So last year, your birthday party was a chess lingerie party.
Yeah. We did a boudoir party.
There you go. That's the fancy words for it. And I just thought that was like when two opposite things come together into like a beautiful casserole. That's when the casserole tastes better than the regular green beans. Like, like, you know what I mean?
Like, canned green beans and casserole is good, but
yeah, but I felt like that was appropriate, and I thought that was like I still think that idea is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
You should do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't personally want to wear lingerie myself.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe I do.
You feel fucking power. What you need is one of those robes that have the long furry things at the end.
All right, I need some Dujure.
Yeah, and then it like trails. It's a long train. You lost your bead.
I lost my bead.
Right out your hands. I don't see it.
Yeah, it rolled. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't need it. I just like to fidget with stuff.
So yeah, that was really fun.
I don't even know what dude lingerie looks like.
Probably interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't feel like dudes and thongs go together.
I mean, you can just get lady lingerie and make it your size.
That sounds very not appealing to me.
Just get it in black. It'll feel manly.
No. That goes back to the thong, man. That's just something I don't think anyone needs to experience this. Not me. I don't think the world needs that.
No, probably not.
You know what I mean? Like that's just not.
Probably not.
That's just like an idea that doesn't need to exist.
Yeah, I was thinking about standards of things, and it's like, ain't no one give a shit about none of this stuff. Why do I fucking care? But like, I don't even subscribe to that thought. Like, fuck that idea of hair or stuff. Like, stuff we do.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you want to take care of your skin? Great. Do it. But why are you doing it?
Yeah. That's the hard part, is to see the world as it is,
Yeah.
as opposed there's this infinite, like we're on our Earth, right? And
Yeah.
then you can't see infinitely, but if
Fancy
you,
little space rock.
yeah, but if you could see like throughout the universe, like, so we're in infinity
Yeah.
and
Expanding.
infinity. Oh, sorry, I was talking about. Sorry, that just tripped me out, man. I was just like, oh man, keep going. It sounded cool.
It's like,
Yeah, that was good. That sounded cool. I got it to trip me out there for a second.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, so like there's like infinite, everything is around you, but and it's coming at you, like the light anyway is coming at you. But as soon as it hits your eyes, I don't know how long it takes to get to your brain. Was that 4 inches? Like not even that long, like an inch, and you're in your brain or whatever. That 1 inch from the what the world or universe is till it gets to your brain changes everything.
Yeah.
Like you layer your thoughts, your past.
How many
experience.
filters could have
Yeah.
in that one?
Like we'll say it's an inch. It's probably
Yeah.
shorter than that, but like that 1 inch, you layer on all your past experiences, all the stories you've told yourself, all the lies, all the so-called truths that you tell yourself, like all these perceptions and constructs. And
Is that all dogma? I still have a hard time like knowing what that definition is.
no, dogma is doing something because that's the way it's done,
Okay. Yeah.
or like you can't
I
challenge.
don't know why I never like remember that.
Like, there's
I
a lot
get told like 7 times a month.
Yeah, there's like
I'm like,
dogmas.
what's that
Is usually people usually use it in like the religious sense, like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
religious dogmas, like
But like this is how it's done. It's what you do, and you just follow it.
and you can't question it.
Yeah.
Well, why do we do this? Because
it's in the Bible says so.
Or why do we do this? Because this is how we do it. Well, why do we do it? Because this is how we do it. Well, what about this? Oh, you can't question it because
is how we do
this
it.
is how we do it.
Yeah.
That's kind of dogma.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so.
Thank you. I'll probably ask 17 more times.
That's okay. I think that's how I think of dogma.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I remember that being the same definition.
Have you ever seen the movie Dogma, the Jay and Silent Bob movie?
No. I do like some Jay and Silent B.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's such like fucking funny.
What?
Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh
Straight
man,
back.
that's a good one. That's one of the
good
best ones. Dogmatic, which is how you describe something.
Yeah.
Inclined to lay down principles as incontrovertibly true. He gives his opinion without trying to be dogmatic. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. That's not a good definition, but that's what it is. Same thing. But
same.
yeah, it wasn't a good definition. Fuck you, Siri. My Siri now is South African. It's fucking fancy.
Oh, you changed her?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's fun.
Back in the day, I don't know if you ever had a GPS,
Yeah.
like like a separate from your phone GPS.
Did I know?
But you
Did
knew
the
that-
family car? Yes.
Yeah, one with the big ass suction cup that made stuck on your window. Even when you take it off, like
You still see.
you can still see it.
Yeah.
I had one of those like when I first got my car, maybe or something. I don't know when it was. I was young as shit. But you could change the voices. You could download voices.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
that's fun.
I had Yoda.
Oh, very fun.
Yeah,
I have one that's
take a
like,
right, you will.
you will.
Yeah, so
Mine's
that was
a
cool.
British lady, and she's like, now exiting the motorway.
That's the best one.
I do like her.
Yeah, British is my mainstay, but I just switched it to Australia. No, South African. Australian. I like the Australian one better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the British one's my favorite.
Like, hey, mate, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, straight on
That's straight on.
the motorway.
Motorway.
I was like, what's the motorway?
The motorway. Yeah, we had that while we were in the UK because we were, driving a lot of it. Because I mean, I don't really hear it too much, like being called a motorway. Like it never says like go onto the interstate. It just says the number of what the interstate is.
Yeah.
So, but when we were in the UK using or when we were in Germany driving with my sister-in-law and her husband from the UK, their phone was set up with a UK thing, and I was like, I want my phone to say motorway.
Motorway, yeah.
Motorway.
All you gotta do is, I don't know about you. You get the busted green bubbles.
What? Shut up.
Old busted ass green bubbles.
Green's the best. Fuck them blue bubbles.
But it's funny, like you don't have an iPhone, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fucking green bubbles.
Green bubbles.
I hate it when I text someone and it's green. I'm like,
How do we want to be your friend? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not even talking to you.
I do want to be your friend, but like I just want you to get a different phone. Like
You're disrupting my look. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. It's not even important.
no.
But every time I see
I just
it,
think it's funny that I was like, oh yeah, your stuff is green too. Because
what?
on my end, I get to change themes for different people.
Oh yeah.
So the bubbles can do like a gradient where they'll kind of like fade. Like my one friend's goes from like, or I think Sam's does it. Nicole's might do it too, where it goes from like a pinky purple orange color.
Oh, that's cool.
And it changes like a sunset.
Yeah.
And other people's was just like it would fade from like green to green, like a different shades of green. So I was like, yeah, man, yours is green too.
And I was like, no, you don't have an iPhone. It's not important, but as soon as I see a green bubble, I instantly I judge you.
Judgy.
I do, and it's the stupidest thing. And you shouldn't judge anyone for anything, but I do. And I'm just like, look
I
at
feel
you
like
over
that's
there.
a thought. Judged. It's a judged thought.
It is a judged thought, man. It's every time. I'm like, oh, fucking green. You know what? Besides the fact that like it's cool to be blue, besides that means I can't FaceTime you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I get irritated.
You're like,
That's where I get judgy. I'm like, oh, okay. It's all voice.
all voice stuff.
Unless we go through like some other app, I don't want to fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know which one is pretty good though? Is
Duo?
no. Well, that one's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram's good because you could talk to like it's almost they're owned by the same people.
Yeah.
They're probably both awesome. I just use the Instagram one more. I don't really use Facebook for anything.
I use it for phone calls.
you?
I really only use my Facebook for Messenger and then like sending either cats or bats or just nothing.
Dude, cats and bats, right? So whenever I do look at Facebook and I scroll through and I see a funny cat or a bat thing, I'm like, I want to send it to Sarah. I'm like, she posted it. I'm like, it's from her. Yeah, like every time, man. So if I ever send you one, I'm excited because I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, beat her to it. Beat her to that
Found
bat.
it. Bam. And then I'll usually send it.
No, it's okay.
No,
I'm
then I
I
usually
just
share
like to send bats and cats to you before you do
They're
it.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a bat wine opener.
Oh, that's fun.
I got a bat house.
Like a for real bat house?
Yeah.
Like you can stick it out like they're supposed to
Yeah.
live in it? Oh, that's cool. Are they going to live in it? Like,
I mean, I have to put it up.
How do you make a bat like, no, like I got
You just leave it there. Leave it as a resource and keep it, somewhat maintained. Like if you're going to put it in a tall tree, make sure that you keep the branches away from it. And
I wonder if squirrels and shit will move in there.
I don't know. The slit is very narrow.
Oh, okay. I've never seen a bat house.
So a bat house, usually if you think about like this one that we have is like maybe about a foot wide and like the slit inside is probably only like 3 inches.
Okay.
And then the slit to get in there is much more narrow.
Gotcha.
So the inside is just hollow and it's almost like this little lattice so that they can crawl up because bats have little feet. They crawl.
When did you start digging bats so much? Like, what, you remember like what age you were?
I don't know. I mean, that was my favorite costume to wear at Halloween.
Yeah.
So I had a Darth Vader ballerina costume
Legit.
the first time we went to Hula. And then I still had that leotard. And when we went back a few years later, because they have a big bat house there, and I was like, I want to be a bat. So I made a costume and I was like, I am a fucking bat.
Is that when it started? You didn't really love bats prior to that?
I mean, I liked them. I always enjoyed them, but it was never.
But not like now. You're full on bat
I
fan.
love bats.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't use the internet. So it's just like the internet opening to things that I want. And I like how bats are drawn. I like how they're fucking pollinators. Like they're just important.
No, I'm
like
not.
they're cool. So so like just the internet opening up to seeing more things, I guess is how I got so enamored with the bats.
Yeah, I was just. I get cats. I mean, people like cats since they're little people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that. But I don't know too many people who are like, man, I fucking love that cat."
I freaking love bats.
So-
I love Halloween.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That little girl.
So I'm not gonna be able. I don't think I'll be able to go to Reggae Rise Up in March. You said Halloween. It made me think of it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm definitely. I'm definitely.
You're doing
planning-
it.
Definitely planning on going
You're
to
a
one.
new person. You're doing it unless the world says no.
Yeah. Well, I just haven't been to a concert in a minute, but the one in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I want to go that one. You guys should go that one, so I don't have to go by myself.
You're like, I want to go.
Just, hey, no commitments. Just placing it in your mind. Just see what happens in a month or two.
See what happens.
It's in June. No biggie.
Gotcha. We have a wedding in June.
Is it in June? Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
That's when the wedding is.
No, not the wedding. The concert.
I don't know.
Well, this was kind of cool because they all have the same people. It has basically
Take
this.
it.
Yeah, she doesn't get fetch yet.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
This Reggae Rise Up, the one in, it's basically in Jacksonville. I can't remember exactly where it's at. It's near Jacksonville or the one in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. Basically the same lineup. Like every Reggae Rise Up's generally the same. Like,
Yeah.
you're never like
got Slightly Stupid. You probably got some Rebellion.
Yeah, they're
Rebellion.
Revolution. Yeah, they're all on there. But this one had the one in Baltimore or Maryland. I think it's in Baltimore, but it's definitely Maryland. It has Minus Yahoo's on there, and I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I was like, yes, because he's not going to be in the one in Jacksonville. So I was like, yes.
Whenever we had tickets to Reggae Rise Up, that's what I was sad about. We were going to miss the show because we could only go so we only bought Friday's ticket.
Yeah.
And I was like, but Minus Yahoo, I want to go.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I want to see. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got to get all the tickets and such.
Do it.
Yeah. I was going to go to the one in March, but I was going to go with that lady friend, but she dissolved. she was like,
Just moved back into the ether of the earth.
I'm gone.
Oh.
Hold on, let me tell you a story.
Okay.
Before just remember that. Remember can you remember?
Yeah.
Because I won't.
I got it. I got it.
So, I'm not being rude to her. I will not remember.
Do it. Because you're going to forget.
Oh, yeah. So I was, I guess I went on some dates with this person.
Reggae lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the way to describe, like I don't know if I was dating her, but
Yeah.
but when people say that, it usually means something else. So
Yeah.
I went on some dates. She was super cool. So if you're listening, which I doubt you are, but if you are, I thought you were super cool.
I'm like, we like nice things.
Yeah, I wish you wouldn't have dissolved, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So like everything was cool, right? Like everything was more than cool, in my opinion. And then from the feedback I was getting, you know what I mean? It wasn't. It was like, oh, this is spinning fast and good. Like not super fast, but like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean?
It's moving.
Yeah, I dig this. I'm digging this. This is fun. I'm for more of this.
Yeah.
And then like everything was cool. And then like one day, like I sent her something. I don't remember. And then like she didn't reply back. And it was all day. And I was like, oh, I wonder if she's okay. And I was just like, hey, are you okay? You know what I mean? Like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And like I didn't hear back from her for like days. Oh yeah. And that's okay. And I was just like, no, I didn't hear back from her for 4 days. And I was like, oh, I'm getting ghosted. So I was like, okay, cool. So I just sent her, I called her and she didn't answer, which is fine. It's part of the ghosting. But then I was like, let me just text her real quick. I was like, hey, yeah. You know, I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. You know, I've been reaching out. I feel like you're like ghosting me or pre-ghosting me. I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool on that. It's one of the things I hate more than anything. I'm good. But I was like, but we can chill if you want to. Like, you're a cool chick. Like, I'm not mad at you or nothing. Like, I'm just good on this. You know what I mean? Our kids like each other. Like, we could chill. Like, everything's cool. You know what I mean? Like, no, we only went on like 5 days or some shit. Like, everything's all good.
Yeah.
And she texted me back. Like, like later. Like, I didn't mean to do that. I had
XYZ.
XY. And for what she was telling me, if it was true, which I don't have any reason to not believe her, except for she's ghosty, which, you know, but a bunch of bad shit. Like a bunch of shit where I was like, oh man, I feel bad for telling you not to fucking fuck with me anymore. You know what I mean? I said it nicely though. So I knew, you know, I said it nicely because like, I just wanted.
But also just as a rule of thumb, if you talk to someone every day, friends even, when you don't talk to them, you're like, are you good? You alive? Like intrusive thoughts, but like, you okay?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. And then so she hit me back with all that shit, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry if I hate with like if it seemed a little negative. I was just like, I'm a little sensitive of ghosting, and I just want to let you know that it's cool if you don't dig me or dig this. Totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm super good with it, and super good with just chilling or not chilling or whatever. Like, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
it's all good.
It's all good. You could be a friend on like Instagram. I can send you memes. I can send you funny texts. I can never talk to you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm cool.
Just conversating.
Yeah, I'm all good with all levels or whatever. And she sent me a nice text where she's like, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. All these bad shit's happening. I was like, oh fuck, man. Like I said, to the point where I was like, I'm sorry if I hit you with another mean thing. It wasn't, I was just letting you know like everything's cool. Conversation. I don't remember what it was. Unimportant. I was like, okay, cool. I get it. You know? And then she just totally dissolved. But that's the weirdest part. Cause I was just like, I just told you like everything's cool. Like I'm not like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Or baby, I love you. I'm like, I'm just like, what do you want to do? Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, man. Like whatever. It's all good. Like it's all good. And then she like, so I feel like I got like double ghosted. I was like, you know what I mean? Cause I was like getting ghosted. I was like, hey, you're ghosting me. This is cool. Not cool. Whatever. And then communication. And then ghosted again. I was just like, you could have just stuck with the one ghost.
Yeah. It's the one I just told you was something I was sensitive about.
Yeah, no, right? Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, so I was supposed to go. Well, not supposed to. She offered to let me go with her. But she already had like a room and stuff. Like, I didn't have to plan anything. I have to just buy my ticket, which is I'm for. Like, I'm not for like fucking figuring shit out.
Yeah.
But then like she ghosted, and I was like, I don't want to figure that shit out like that fast. You know what I mean? Like I have to like get it real quick and shit. So I don't want to fuck with it. So I started looking. I was like, wondering where the next one is. And then as soon as I did that, like they started posting.
Oh, there's other things. Yeah.
Yeah, for the one in
Baltimore.
Yeah, which I'm pretty excited about. It's basically everyone like I'm used to hearing and I like, except for Mighty Shah, who I've never heard. I don't think I think I did hear him live once. You all right, Gippy?
Gippy.
Get away from me. That's so much to hurt your foot. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like Chloe got the zoomies.
Yeah.
Zooming around. So she like basically jumped off the back porch.
Cool.
It's like 5 steps or whatever. She just leaped off of it. She was just zooming.
And where she's a pretty girl, she ain't an athlete.
No.
She ain't an athlete with this sausage body.
Yeah, she's not made. And she was just zooming around, right? And everyone was like, okay, whatever. And then like she came back in and she was limping, like couldn't put any weight on her foot. And I was like, fuck. So then I did all the stuff. I got her lay down and I fucked with her leg and the joints. And I couldn't get her to make a sign of pain or wince or pull back or nothing, except for when I fucked with her foot. Every once,
like the toes,
but barely. It wasn't a big one, so I was like, maybe she just hurt her paw. So I've been kind of keeping her pinned up, letting her rest, and she's getting better. She's like right now, she's got her weight on her back feet. Yeah, it's always hard, man, because like I love her, and like she's limping in pain, and I'm like
yeah, Bearcat did that, and I was wanting to like give them enrichment time at the end of the day because it's you come home and it's like, well, I'm going to bed in a minute, so I'm gonna sit down, and so like they've been home all day. And so I was doing the laser, and the bear come up with this little bear paw, and he was all like, "Oh, yeah."
And then you're like, I shouldn't fuck with him.
I was like, no, but he does like these Tommy guns, so like his back feet push off the carpet, and he tap with his front feet. It's the best. Sorry, I'm having fun just playing with her.
Yeah, she's getting after him. So, but the hardest part is like she was literally walking on 3 legs, like, and I was like, fuck, but like. I couldn't just go, what hurts? What happened? Like, and I have to like try to figure it out. And I'm like, fuck, just tell me.
Just tell me.
Yeah, with Marley, if you don't know, that was my other dog. With Marley, like I had her for 16 years. So like she hurt her fucking foot a lot. A couple of times. So like I kind of knew, and I was like, I think she'll be okay. So I was giving her until Monday, but she's doing better. So I don't think I need to take her to the doctor or anything.
Yeah.
But it was weird. Like literally pulled up, like walking on 3 legs. I was just like,
baby.
Yeah, I was just like, that's no good.
Well, we step on Legos and we kick our toes.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. So I just didn't want to waste a vet trip.
That's fair.
Them shits don't play when it
Them
comes.
shits don't play. Be like, that'll be $700.
And we're gonna need that up front
right now before we even see you.
I need to fill out the paperwork. Nope, you need to fill out that motherfucking money.
Hey, give me your card. I'm gonna boop boop.
Yeah, that's how
like,
it goes.
do you want a receipt? Be like, I guess.
I don't know.
I'll put it in the rest of my bills.
But I'll do it all day.
All day.
I took Marley when she was dying. I knew something bad was going on, so I took her to Auburn University, which we live like 45 minutes from there.
Yeah, also not cheap because it's a university.
Yeah, I took her there, man.
University vet.
And they're like, it's gonna be this amount of money. I was like, fucking, let's do it.
Just do it. Fucking send it.
I didn't eat for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't have shit, man. I was like, fuck it. But I do it all day. Like, all day for her. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, like thinking about Marley. Andre hates the month of February.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's that because your birthday.
No, I know.
But he's scarred from February.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Marley died in February. What else happened in February? Oh, and he had his surgery in February.
Yeah, he's not here for it.
He's like, I fucking hate February. That was one of the worst experiences I've ever had.
I believe it.
Yeah. It was awful. So my son is kind of funny. I'll talk about the podcast. It's fine. But he doesn't want me to tell anybody. So like if I know you in person, like and you come up to me and ask me what happened to Andre,
Right.
I will not tell you.
I won't tell you.
Yeah. Sorry, because I respect him, but I'm about to disrespect him at the same time. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. He's just like, Dad, don't tell anybody. It's okay. So anybody in his circle does not know from me, unless it's someone that has to know.
Yeah.
But like he had to get a circumcision because his foreskin got too tight. It didn't like lubrate. Lubrate's not the right word, but it wasn't flossing. It wasn't
moving.
It was attached. Yeah, and that's my fault. I feel bad for that, for not working it enough. I didn't know. What are you gonna do? So he had to have a circumcision, which is like a fucking 15-minute surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but it is on your dick.
They put them babies on ketamine.
Yeah. So so he had the surgery, and it was fine. And then when he was waking up, which was also the hardest thing ever. Oh God, watching the motherfucker wake up, that was not great. I did not enjoy that. But I get that. That's built into a surgery.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around that. And then, so he had his surgery or whatever. And after they do the circumcision, they do the stitches around like the tip of the wiener. And then they wrap it in a bandage. And they're supposed to put a lot of Vaseline around it and then wrap it in a bandage so the bandage doesn't glue
to the incision.
Yeah, so they didn't put enough Vaseline or any. So then what happened was the bandage or tape glued to his dick.
Oh,
glued to new skin on his dick because the tip of his dick never really been exposed like that. You know, when he's a little kid. So all new skin. I had to rip like 75% of that fucking bandage off. It took 2.5 hours.
Oh.
And he was screaming and crying. I was fucking shit. I had to stop because my hands were shaking. So I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
So then I called his mom and she was like, "You get it off?" I was like, "It's not coming off." And she's like, "It's got to come off." I'm like, "I know, but this
I'm working on it.
But this ain't it. Like this, I'm like, this is wrong, man. This is wrong what I'm doing to him. Like this is wrong." So we took him to urgent care and they had to put numbing cream and shit on to get it off. And so yeah, his surgery went fine, but like the aftercare, just putting the bandage on improperly caused him weeks of pain. Weeks. He missed another full week of school. I'm in pain. It's not even missing school, but that's just like he doesn't miss a lot of school. So to put it in perspective, miss all that they wasn't supposed to miss. He was in pain, and that wasn't supposed to necessarily be there. It was just from the improper bandaging of it. It was awful, man. But he fucking hates February. I was like, "Hey, today's the 1st of March." Just like, because he asked me the date.
Like, good.
He was like, "Good." He didn't say fucking, but basically, I fucking hate February. And I was like,
that's the little kid tone that came out of his face.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why?" And he told me, I was like, "Yeah,
Fair.
February sucks, man."
Yeah.
Like, well, it doesn't. Don't take it the wrong way, February lovers. But like,
it's fine. Everyone's reality is not my reality.
Yeah, it's
He's
true.
allowed to dislike what he likes.
Yeah. And he was just talking about like that was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Like when me and him were doing, I was like, "Yes, it was." And I was like, "You haven't had
validation."
But
not
I was like,
good.
"You're only 8, and you haven't had a lot of bad shit happen to you." But that was definitely the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah.
So he talks about it all the time, man.
Oh, I mean, hey, get him mic'd up. Let him talk. To
Yeah,
you.
he's good now though. Like he's healed up. Sorry, it was a little scary there for a minute. Like it was, didn't expect surgical complications on my child from the fucking bandage.
Yeah.
I was more worried about going to sleep, the actual surgery, the recovery from the actual surgery, and waking up. That was all great. All the scary things were great. It was a fucking bandage.
Bless.
Yeah. So anyways, don't tell Andrew I told you.
You shouldn't be talking to other people's 8-year-olds anyways.
That's
9? True. Is he 10? He's 9.
He's 8.
He's 8.
You're way off.
Didn't I say it right first?
Yeah, but you don't know kids. You're like he's either 3 or 70.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they get like 10, 15, I have no fucking clue.
But when I didn't have a kid, I was the same way. I'm like, what are you, 5 or 12?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell.
Yeah, it was when you have one, you can't,
It makes more sense.
Yeah, you can like bookmark.
You're just naturally around more kids that age without you even wanting to be.
It's true.
You're around those motherfuckers.
Those
Those motherfuckers.
We're about to be all around him. We're going to playground the shit out of this weekend because when he had the surgery, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, and he was in pain, so he hasn't really been doing a lot of active stuff, which goes against like my fundamental nature. And but so this weekend's gonna be like 80 degrees.
Hell yeah.
And he's like, "Dad, can we go to the playground?" I was like, "Yeah, bro."
I have planned to be home all day tomorrow, and it's really looking forward to it.
It's gonna be.
I just got a new book. I'm on my 3rd book
So
of this year.
this year, I was gonna say of your life or the year.
Maybe like the 10th book.
I don't. No. Don't worry about the past. We're talking about now. This is good. You're starting to read. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. You don't have to read like 5,000 page tomes every day, but if you're reading
Yeah.
a little bit, it's cool, man.
Yeah, no, but that's my plan is to read my book, lay in my hammock, because I got my nice hammock holder for Christmas, but it's
that's cool.
fucking cold. Can you make a hammock nice in the winter? Sure. Get you a sleeping bag, do your thing, but no.
Or you could just be inside
Or you could just be inside.
until it gets a little bit warmer.
A little bit warmer.
I'm reading this book. You might have read it in yoga training.
Maybe.
You might. It's called like the Yoga Sutras.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the sutras of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've read it before, but this one, when I read it, this was years ago. When I read it, it didn't have any commentary. It was just like, it's only like fucking 200 verses or some shit. I don't know if that's true or not. It's not many.
Don't fight me on that.
Yeah, it's not a lie because I don't study it. I've read it. And the one I got though, the book I have has commentary, so it has like the verses or stanzas or whatever they're called.
Stanzas sounds right.
Yeah, but then it has a dude talking about it to make it make sense and give it context of what it's talking about.
Yeah.
And the next chunk, and he talks about it. So, it's really sorry. I've been reading that in the morning. Sorry, I read like 2 or 3 pages.
Oh, I definitely don't read it in the morning.
I do, yeah. While I'm waking up, like
Yeah.
while my supplements and caffeination's kicking up, I'm like, I do a lot of reading.
Are you doing
in the morning.
audio or are you
Both.
booking it this time?
Now I'm going back to books. I used to only read books. I get more value out of it, but it's harder.
Yeah.
Because I have to be a little bit awake. You know what I
It
mean?
also kind of hurts
Yeah, it does.
to hold a book.
Get a book holder. I'll get you one.
A book holder you need.
Book holders are awesome. That's a game changer, man.
Yeah, because those big, but like I was like, I can't bring my thumb towards my pinky. That hurts. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not good for my life.
It's not.
It's not good for my soul.
It's bad, man.
Bad.
But the first, like I said, I've read this before, but like I don't know. The first line of the book is like the purpose of yoga, and it goes into it. It's the first line. The purpose of yoga is to steal the pattern of consciousness, so awareness can take its form or true form or something like that. I can't remember the last part. Sorry. Some of the stuff kicked it in a little bit. I'm like, well, I don't remember, man. And I read that, and for some reason, and I read the commentary on it, and that one sentence blew my fucking mind.
You're like, oh shit, this is the book for my brain.
So I just keep reading it over and over the same part every day. I just read it and think about it, right? Whatever. It's just what it's talking about is like our consciousness or our thought. Like our thoughts are like on a lake. But it's not still. So there's water bouncing in ripples, and then like awareness is seeing through the ripples. So it takes on the patterning of what's going on in your crazy fucking mind. So all this stuff. So you have to calm that down. So then like the water becomes crystal clear. Then you can kind of like go to the next like level up of awareness and consciousness.
I like it.
Yeah, when I was reading, because I didn't put that much fucking thought into it when I first read it, but when I read like what it meant, I was like, what? Well, I read someone explain it, what it actually means. So it was just like too profound and goobly gobbly. I was like, that probably means something powerful. Move on to the next sentence. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Got to finish the book. I said I was going to finish this book.
Yeah. So now I haven't got really, I've read a little bit, but I just keep going back to the first like chunk. I just keep reading. I'm just like, whoa.
Nice.
I can't understand what's happening. This is too cool.
You know, that's how I've been doing my German.
Yeah.
Just going back. Like I got to lesson 36 and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start back from the beginning.
There you go, man. Because it's not about finishing. It's about knowing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
actually knowing the content.
Yeah.
You can get through the lesson and be like, talk to me. You're like, 9.
Yeah, right. And you're like,
No.
yeah, and you know, whenever you're not listening, whenever like you get to the part where they're like, okay, say this, and they leave pause, and you're like, fuck.
You got no idea.
I forgot it.
You're like,
Auditory
good joke.
getting good. The recall, you really do have to put the pattern, like in
Yeah.
the vibration, into your mouth and say it.
It's kind of like, you're playing a joke on me.
Yeah, so good.
We didn't learn that yet.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I was doing Rosetta Stone before you got here.
Oh, really?
So I was doing on the porch, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Does that work good? That style of program?
Okay. So pros, I like that it continuously moves through the lesson.
Okay.
Once you're finished with one lesson, it's just going to keep going, and it does build. And in the beginning, you get to pick what, is this for work? Is this for family? Is this for travel? Is this for education?
Oh, that's cool. Kind of like,
So you get to kind of model so the beginning half is like, these are colors. These are, he, she, her, they. Get into numbers. So you're getting conversation that is going to be geared towards what kind of conversations you want to have. The work one is like, here are different components of an office. Here are what different jobs are named.
that's cool.
If it was education, like you would have like, here's what a computer is. Here's a notebook. Here's a textbook. Here's
Yeah.
science classes. So it does gear towards that. Con, you go through the program, not one description of like, okay, you just learned indefinite articles. You just learned colors. Now it's going to go into, you've learned like, she is doing something. He is doing something. They are doing something. The boys are doing something. And then it goes into like, I am your parent. And so just those different grammar things.
Yeah. It doesn't work with your brain.
It doesn't give you it doesn't let you know what lesson you're on.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not telling you here are grammar rules. Here's what this word is for masculine. Here's what it is for feminine. You just kind of have to pick up on the pattern.
I gotcha.
It takes me a minute to be like, oh, there's a pattern here that I'm supposed to be looking at.
Just tell me the pattern.
So there's no one pausing you for grammar stuff when it is grammar geared.
I wonder how that started.
So that's hard.
That is hard. I wonder how it started with, like, 'cause a lot of I think a lot, I don't know, of languages give like a masculine or feminine, like,
yeah,
description to, like, a chair.
Yeah.
Like to things
Yeah.
that aren't inherently gender.
Yeah.
So I always wonder why. Like, I wonder why that's a thing, because those languages aren't even connected.
They used to, like, or no, maybe that was formal and informal.
But, like, it's not like it's like all
English
these languages.
used to have like an formal and informal of the or they or whatever.
Thigh.
The thigh, yeah.
Is it thigh? I made it up. I don't know if that's it.
But yeah, German has neuter also. So it's masculine, feminine, and neuter.
That's wild.
So neutral.
Yeah.
And sometimes it makes sense why it's neutral, because it might move it to the they.
Yeah.
Some of those things, like if you're describing like their bike, the bikes thing can change.
Huh.
If I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, like bus can be feminine, church can be neuter, and the swimming pool can be feminine. You're like, cool.
See, because there's got to be something inherently human in that, because like German, and let's say Spanish.
Yeah.
Or like they're far away from each other. Like those people probably didn't steal that idea, in the forming language. So it seems, I'm sure there's other languages that do it as well. So there seems to be some sort of like human component, like the why we do that.
Maybe ancient druids are like, wow, wow, wow. That's some masculine energy. Wow, wow, wow. That's some feminine energy. Be like, wow, wow, wow. Be like, I don't know about that one, but
Yeah, that's another thing. And maybe it was more like the energy
of around it. I don't know.
Yeah, and not like personifying, like putting the human traits on a chair. Like that's not a woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's more, I don't, you know what I mean? Maybe there's something more subtle there. Like I'm just be like American barbaric. Like that's not a woman. Why would you call it a woman chair? You know what I mean?
Well,
like
it's a lady chair.
Why would
Or I think in German, a lot of it has to do with how the word can be changed with its other grammar rules, like the endings.
Maybe, I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
I
don't know enough about normal grammar.
It's true.
So I'm getting grammar bits like
I just never
thrown
thought
in intermittently.
I've never thought about it before. Like these people that are separated, super separated, come up with their own way to speak in a
similar fashion.
In a similar fashion with something that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah.
So like I don't even like. Oh yeah, of course I get why a chair would be a lady, like or feminine energy or described in the feminine form, but it makes no sense to me. Like I literally can't wrap my mind around it. But like I said, that's just like fucking redneck American.
Yeah, I mean,
more of a dirt neck than a redneck. But
dirt neck.
Yeah, that's what they used to call me when I was a kid. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah.
I told you that
because you weren't like a redneck.
Yeah, they don't have like rebel flags and shit.
Yeah.
Or nothing like that. Didn't like hate anybody like that redneck persona, but it's like poor whites is what they're called now.
Poor whites.
Yeah, poor whites. They used to call us dirt necks back in the day.
Dirt necks.
Yeah, man. There was
a lot of nicknames for folks.
Well, poor white folks, they have dirty ass necks. Yeah, you look at them, you can be like,
dirt neck. You got some dirt on your neck.
Yeah, I need to wash it. But not all poor folks. That's not true. But you know what I mean? Like, I grew up that way, so what the fuck? I'm talking about myself. Like, I grew up fucking dirt neck. But I always thought that was weird. I was like, why do they call me a dirt neck? I don't get it. And then someone described to me when I was a kid, and someone called me what a redneck was. So I was like, well, I'm not that.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that's why you're that. And I was like, I don't want to be either.
I don't want to be neither one of those.
I was like, why do I got to be labeled, man?
I got to put labels on me, bro.
I wish I could have thought like that when I was like 8.
Right? Be like, bro, why are you putting labels on me?
It's funny.
I feel like little kids now are kind of like that.
Yeah, I am.
Whether they know they're being deep or if they just like are mimicking because it sounds like cool to say. It's fucking funny.
I talk to my kid that way a lot.
I know.
Yeah. So like he said that the other day he said something about like, we shouldn't put labels on that. And I was like, fuck right. You're right.
Yes.
Like, you're right.
I was doing, was with my nieces, my sister's girls, and I wanted to go outside. I had gotten there kind of early in the day, so we could still see like golden hour, which is the best. And there was pretty flowers out. And so I was like, oh, well, let's not pick those. Cause they're like, I was showing them like how the pollen's in there and like how this is the first food for bees whenever they come out. And so I was like, well, let's just pick up things that have already fallen. Just like how you would forage.
Yeah.
I didn't have to explain it outside of that. And it's like, these are the bees' first food. We don't pick those yet.
They're like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Why would we do that?
Why would we do
I
like,
didn't know
oh
that.
God, like I didn't know that, but why would I do that? I'm not going to do that.
And now that I know it, we'll not do it.
And so we had fun. They were like, can I take this rock to add to my collection? I was like, yes. Yes, you can.
So the other day, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
When he did say that, like I was talking about a label or something. That's not the word I use. I can't remember the exact conversation at the moment.
That's fair.
Yeah, but and he was like, we shouldn't do that, and I was like, yeah, why not? Like, you're right. You can mimic, you can parrot back some of my words, right? You got a limp one. Sarah's got a limp noodle.
I was trying to sit back a little bit more.
Her microphone blew up.
Phew.
So then I asked him why. You know what I mean? I get that you can mimic. That's the first step. I get it. Like, this is a thing, but it's a deep topic. So I was like, why shouldn't we do that?
Yeah.
And the way he described it, after kind of like helping him or prodding his thoughts.
Yeah.
Not like
what are they called?
Not leading him, but just prodding him to think. I didn't lead him to any direction.
Yeah. But what is it called whenever you get people just to like explain themselves more or like to answer their questions?
I don't know.
I forgot.
You might, put that up. Again, we'll get that about a fist away from your face.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
Joe
do.
Rogan, that's not going to work. That's limp noodle. Right? Yeah.
All right. Well,
She's fucking with the microphone arm.
we'll remedy this with the chair moving closer.
Yeah. We also kind of switched the scene up a little bit. So this is our first time recording in this particular spot. But, so I was prodding him, right? And I was like, why? Basically.
There we go.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, this is kind of what he said. He was like, well, I might think that that's cool or good.
Being a label?
No,
Or
whatever the label
Mm-hmm.
it is. He's like, but the other person might think that it's like really mean or something. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, well, who's right? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, me neither. And I was like, knowing that you don't know who's right is where like you could talk to somebody. Mm-hmm. And he was like, what do you mean? Like, that's a big, deep thing. And I was like, well, let's say that you really love Bulbasaur, the Pokemon. Like, you think it's the best Pokemon ever. And is there anything I can do to tell you that Pikachu is better? And he was like, nah, but Bulbasaur is way better. And I was like, so if we're going to sit there and talk about it, are we going to like talk or are we just going to kind of argue about Pikachu or Bulbasaur? He's like, we probably just kind of argue. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's it. And he kind of got it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you have to like, when you have to realize that like someone else's opinion is valid and that just because it's not the same as yours, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can have your opinion.
That's going to happen. Yeah.
And have your opinion, but just know, oh, cool. I was trying to get him to go, when you have a different opinion than someone, or you think something different, instead of like getting mad about it and wanting to fight about, not physically fight, but like fight for your idea, I was like, you should just ask them why they think that.
Yeah.
And
Just
then-
so you can either understand more or just to.
Yeah. And then for him, he's not trying to win like a pointed argument or debate. He get it. He got it. Why meaning so he can learn. I was like, yeah, you just learn why. Maybe they'll change your mind. Maybe they know something cool. I said, maybe they know something cool you don't know. And he was like, yeah, maybe they do. And I was like, yeah, man, that's kind of
a valid point.
Yeah, and I was like, it's hard to do that for how we're wired, like to do that. Like once you have like a firm opinion or belief or about something, I was like, it's real hard to talk to someone, particularly now. I didn't say that part particularly now, but it is particularly now to talk to someone who has like a polar opposite opinion on you. Even if you get along, it's just an opinion. Who fucking cares? Yeah, like who the fucking care? Who cares? Like if it's not about. I mean, maybe this is even true. Maybe I shouldn't even care. But like if someone's like, yeah, fucking babies is cool, I'd be like, man, no, you're wrong.
Like you're wrong on that. But
that might be one where I might not be able to like look at their perspective on that one. That's one that I might need for my. There might be an exception. I think that might be it. But for the general talking, general shit that people go through, I was like, if you could just talk to someone that you disagree with and have an awesome conversation, you'll be like a winner.
Yeah,
and one of that'll be like make you a winner in life.
Yeah,
not like bear down and be like, I'm right and you're wrong. It's like, says who?
Yeah.
Looking from which direction, you know what I mean? Or like what the experience is or what do you think's going to happen in the future? Like, who knows?
Yeah, you don't.
I don't either.
No, that's cool. That is fun. You could have those conversations with like a new human.
Yeah. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, I farted, Dad. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? So, or something like that. So like, it's fun, man. Like if you ever, like someone ever hangs out with us, like it's like video games and farting and jokes and wrestling and then philosophy.
And they'd be like, oh, we also study this too.
Yeah. And then we talk and then it just kind of like free flows between like roughhouse, awesomeness, kindness, philosophy stuff. It's all kinds of stuff.
And then like parenting too.
Yeah, well,
you gotta like parent
there's
the different situations.
Yeah, I'm talking about the fun stuff.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
not the bad stuff. Like, oh, dude, what'd you do?
I'm just the interweaving of like all of the things that happen on those fronts.
Yeah. It's wild, man. That's one of my favorite things to do. I'll look back on my day, like when I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm like, Like that was fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
or like, oh, I didn't do enough. One thing I don't talk to him about a lot now is religion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he goes to a Christian school, and I'm for it.
Yeah.
I like it. But like he's already starting to like ask questions and form a team about people who don't believe the things that he's getting taught. Mm-hmm. Like that's already happening.
Yeah.
And he's the sweetest kid, and it's not happening on purpose. But it just
That's how our brain works. That's how we filter things.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
make
yeah.
decisions, and you only have so much room to make decisions with what you got. And he's 8.
yeah. So I kind of worked through them. I was like, that's kind of how that's where the labels thing came up. But I was like, well, what if someone likes a different religion? And he was like, well, I think that this is true. And I was like, oh yeah, that's totally valid. I didn't say valid, but like, that's totally cool. But they think the same thing you think. Like they have a different, like whatever, but they think it's true. Like, just like you feel like it's true. And I was like, how do you know what's right? You can't call God and ask him. That's what I said to him. And he was like, yeah. How do you, he's like, how do you know? He's like, well, I wasn't trying to get him to question his beliefs. I'm not trying to do the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
But I was like, you believe what you believe. But I was like, that also means it's okay for them to, because your belief is the same thing. It's just like a different belief. He's like, I didn't use that word, but that kind of got to him. And then
He's
now,
like, I'm gonna have to go ponder that.
yeah. So now we talks about different religions. Mainly, it's more people who don't believe in God, Christian God.
Yeah.
Like he's not mad at him. He's not getting taught anger or vile or anything. But he's just like, it's forming. The thing I don't like
Well,
about.
I guess it is weird when you go to a place and it's like, this is what we do. And when you go outside of places, other people don't believe that. So just even seeing that,
it's more.
we believe this and other people believe other things, but they're not going into the other things because that's not what their school is like circled around.
Yeah.
Great. You know, that's why they're there.
Yeah, but it is weird talking to him about that. Like, it's like, it's one thing I hate about religion is it makes teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't make a team. It's okay to disagree. You can have different thoughts or whatever. But so that's what I'm talking. That's the main thing I'm talking to him through now. As far as religion goes, I don't talk to him a lot about it. I help him with his homework. Like, he has to memorize Bible verses, and he gets a lot of that with his mom, like the actual memorization. And at school, they practice it when he gets there early and whatever. So I mean, if we have to, we'll work on the Bible, like the memorizing. But like, I talk to him about the meaning of it. So I do that
Like the lesson behind.
Yeah, so he'll learn it. I'm like, say it to him. And he'll be like, whatever. He'll say the verse or whatever. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I have no idea. He's like, I have no idea. I just memorize it. I'm like, yeah, cool, man. So we'll walk through. This is what he was talking about. This, like, try to give him the bigger picture of the context around the word. So it's not just a verse, like what it meant for what I know. Like I said, I'm no theologian, but like, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of wild. Like him.
You should like write your thoughts down and you'll have like your own Yoga Sutra book.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we said and this is the context behind it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But this is how you talk to a little dude. It depends on how he turns out, right? You go write it down and be like, this is how you not talk to a little dude.
Be like, don't do that one.
I think he's going good though. He's turned into a well-rounded human being.
Yeah.
So far, he's only 8, but like, so you can see, like, I see some kids. I'm like, whoa, you're gonna need some work. You know what I mean? Like, so far, and I'm not saying that because he's my kid. If he was a dick, I'd be like, man, he's an asshole. I love him, but he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
how was his basketball drills the other day?
It's good. Oh yeah, it's getting better. Yeah, it's getting better. I'm trying to make him more of a dick, if not really. I'm trying to make him more. Whatever the good parts of being assertive are. I can't think of the word.
Competitive?
Yeah, just stuff like I don't want him to be like aggressive in a negative way, but all the good parts of assertion.
Being a go-getter.
Yeah. So I'm working on that with him because he's a lot like me. He's like, man, that's cool, man.
That's
like,
cool.
yeah, he's kind of
want that.
Yeah, so he's getting too many of my chill vibes. I'm like, you didn't see all the go-getter vibes that got me to be able to be chill. You know what I mean? Like all the schooling, and this, that, and the other. Like, I had to. I didn't tell him that, but like, I just wanted to be a little bit more. Yeah, because he's surrounded by sweetness.
Oh yeah,
which is great, which is what I want for him.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it at all. But he's just surrounded. He goes to private school. Everyone's cool around him. He's just surrounded by sweetness, so which is great. It's great. He needs the sweetness. Where the fuck do you get sweetness now? Like everything's so mean.
I don't know.
Like kids who go to, let's say, not private school, like a public school where it's kind of bad or kind of like below average. Put it that way. It ain't bad. Like it's below average, which there are tons of.
Yeah.
Apparently where we live, they're all awful. So anyways, where do those motherfuckers get their sweetness from? They don't get it from music. There's no soft music. I mean, in a good way. Like there's no like someone singing songs when you're like, oh, it's about love and
kindness and unity.
Yeah. I mean, like where the fuck do they, TV's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where the fuck do they get it from? Especially if they don't get it from their mom and daddy. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of mom and daddies that just yell and fucking hoot and holler and shit. So.
Yeah. Or like they do that like friend mentality kind of thing.
What's that?
Where like they joke around with you and like you would talk to your child how you would.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta be age
how they're like your
appropriate.
friend. Yeah, they're how they were your adult friends and use sarcasm. And then you try to flip the switch or like and parent them.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Oh,
That does not work.
because they'll just meet you back and be like, well, why would you? Because I mean, that's how your friends would be like.
Yeah.
If I was being sassy, they're like, why the fuck are you talking to me like that? Be like, you know what? You're right. I need to check myself.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, okay, don't do that. And be like, you don't do that, mommy. And be like, oh shit, what did I create?
Yeah.
Because you think it's funny when they're small and they say weird things.
Yeah. Then they get a little bit bigger.
And you're like, oh shit, I programmed it.
Yeah, but I feel sorry for a lot of kids. I don't know where they get that. I call it, I heard, oh man, this guy's awesome. This is like Dr. Reverend Cornell West. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, he's a black cat. He's a professor at Harvard or Yale. I can't remember. And like social sciences, I think. I can't remember. Sorry. He's awesome. I think his first book is called Race Matters or Race something. It's an awesome book about like just race stuff. It's a super good book. He was in The Matrix.
Okay.
He was
very
one of
cool.
the council. Yeah. He's an academic though. But
Yeah.
anyways, I heard him say like, he was asking where did people, he was talking about people, not kids, but I was just kind of wondering like, where did like these kids get their sweetness from? He's like back in the certain part, there was a lot of bad stuff that happened back in the day, but also there was like kindness and songs and like the community was better. Like there was like people that cared about you around you. There's all the music, and he was more talking about music, all the sweetness. And he was like, where do they get that part from? And like a lot of homes are getting more and more negative. I was just like, dude, that is crazy to think about it.
Yeah, no, that's
And then these motherfuckers grow
good,
up.
yeah, a good perspective just as a person to be like any kid you do interact with or just people, because we're all just kids and just adult bodies with more responsibilities and dumb stuff.
Yeah, when I turned 40.
Be the sweetness, man.
Yeah, be the sweetness.
Be the
man.
sweetness.
When I turned 40, I was like, okay, I'm 40, but I'm 20.
Yeah.
So I was like,
But I'm also like 5.
yeah, but I'm also 5. So what the fuck's going on? That was like, I was like, am I an adult? Or I was like, what's going on here? I don't know what's happening.
That was a trophy I got for my birthday.
What?
Congratulations on adulting.
Yeah, you made it. You're adulting.
I did it.
Yeah, you're adulting hard.
That's a really pretty trophy.
You like it?
No, yeah, I do like it. Because I didn't play a lot of sports. I didn't get trophies.
Ah, you got one.
Yeah, I got one.
So summarize this podcast.
Yeah.
Need to be more deep. Would like to hear my sorrows and suffering.
I will continue to laugh and
Yeah,
give.
no, I'm still gonna laugh. So we talked about some stuff. So it was good. It was good. Never 99 on the internet. Tell
Yeah.
your friends to listen and watch it on YouTube. No one watches on YouTube.
Yeah, we do
But
silly things.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's cool. I mean, you don't have to, but I really do. We do appreciate you guys listening. So that is cool because, like I said, if you don't listen, me and Sarah just bullshit.
Talking.
And we can bullshit. We just don't need like the headphones on.
Yeah.
Although it would be weird talking to you for a long time
Yeah.
without them. I'm like,
I like
let's get the headphones.
Let's go look in.
Headphones.
Yeah.
Anyways, we love and appreciate you. Booyah.
Bye.